being a part of the project was like a really huge, big blessing, because I mean, being able to do a movie that's like a lifetime movie, because this is the movie that's going to live like for ages, you know. The impact it gives, like the message in the movie is like a forever thing, you understand? So being part of such a beautiful piece and a detailed,
I mean, having this successful movie
because it's traveled, people are really, we're having so good, like we're having good feedback from people who watch it. We've watched people like in different countries. People are like, oh my goodness, you people did an amazing job. This movie must be like everywhere if possible. Like everyone must watch this movie, you understand?
Yes.
So like everyone who watches it is like, first of all, it touches people's hearts. People get to see the information that you're trying to, you know, like portray. They really understand the whole message and the point that we're really trying to put out there. So everyone would really, really, really wish that everyone else, their neighbors, their friends, their kids, their children, everyone could have a chance to have a look at this movie.
And you've gotten, am I right in, I'm guessing, I don't know for sure, that maybe you've gotten more feedback internationally than you've gotten even in Uganda.
Yes, they are. Really,
am I wrong?
No. They are appreciating. I mean, we traveled, and the movie has traveled even to places we've not been yet. You understand? And people, like, the feedback we got was really amazing. I mean, it's been in Europe. People have watched and people are bringing really positive feedback.
In Europe?
Yes. And then we were in Nigeria at the time, and people were like, oh my goodness, you people did such a great job on this piece.
Just
like,
last year in the 8th Annual International
yes, in Kaduna Film Festival. Yes, that was last year. So it's really humbling to hear such feedbacks from people, that you were able to be on such a piece that touches literally everyone's hearts. You understand? Yes,
I do.
Yeah, it's a blessing.
Do you feel that the message of the film came out clearly at Kaduna? Not only there, but generally speaking, do you think it came out clearly?
In the movie,
the message of the film,
and it's so simple and clear. Like, you just watch it, and there is no way you're going to say, "Wait, what was that thing all about?" Yeah, like it's so clear. Like you just get it in a beautiful way, an entertaining way. Like you entertained, you laugh, you cry, you laugh, you smile, but again you're like, oh my goodness, this is real. Like at the end of the day, you snap out of the whole thing. You understand? So it is really, really, really clear for everyone to say. It's not so hard to, like, oh my god, I watched but I didn't really get it. Like, someone help me, what did they mean? Like, what was the movie all about?
So it was so clear.
How can you either technically or professionally, how can you advise those of us who really want this movie to reach a wider audience? What do you think? Maybe we're making a mistake, or maybe you have some advice for us how we could do a better job of looking for distribution or a wider audience within Africa. We're working on finishing a Francophone version now, hoping to get access to that.
Yeah, to tap into that other community, the French speaking. Yes.
But even in the English speaking Africa, we haven't even touched 1% of it. And I wonder what are your thoughts about that? Is there something that we're missing, or anything that you can think of that we could do to be more effective in getting it to?
Yeah, but I think we really try, because I mean, it's been like what, over 4 years ago since we did, and then the movie is still like sounding right now as we speak, because we're still here for retaliation, and then we are trying to have talks with different people to see how we can get to their, I mean, people, their communities. We were promised when we were in Nigeria, one of us, the mayor, was talking to some people. Like, we made contacts. We're trying to talk to people, see how we can distribute this movie, talking to movie distributors, talking to people who, who can really, those who are interested and those who can give us a hand. And then people seem to be interested. Like, there was it a mayor in Burkina Faso who was like, no, I would love to have my people watch this kind of movie. You see, so
It was the I believe it was the consul general of the embassy in Nigeria, the embassy of Burkina Faso.
He went to the mayor of Cameroon went to have talks with him in his office, so they had some agreement. So if we meet the right people, I'm sure this movie is going to move places, because it's just a matter of talking to the right people who have the contacts to talk to the right people again, who will be like, oh yeah, it's okay, you're welcome, oh you can do this, and then those who can be like and those who will advise us, of course, on how to like really see it move, especially one by continuously I think submitting it again in different festivals. That as well helps, I think, because that way you don't know who is going to watch from there, who will be in that place, who will be in that cinema hall, like cinema, to be like, oh my god, this was interesting, who can I talk to about this movie, So we are doing a great job. The movie is still moving, because by now, most times it's like 4 years now, but usually if a movie by now is like down, after it's high, because it was a different movie. Here in Uganda, we had a UFF nomination. We had
That's the Uganda Film Festival.
Yes, we had
you were nominated.
I was nominated for Best Actress. You understand?
Yeah.
So that's
that
really a
was
huge.
2024.
Yes, that's really a huge, one of the huge successes to have on this.
And then we were selected.
Then we're selected in the Kaduna Film Festival again. So for that, in Nigeria. So that means just the beginning. There are more to come. We're going to have this movie. Then we just did a translation. They're French speaking. We're still like,
because a wider audience really hasn't seen it, even though it's been 4 years, to decide, am I wrong, to decide whether they like it or not. They really haven't seen it.
Yes, I'm
Kenya,
happy.
we've had a showing in English on Christian TV and Kiswahili, and a couple of showings in
Uganda,
in Kenya, on national TV in Kikuyu, dubbed, roughly dubbed, like by those DJs, dubbed version. But I wonder if you, let me give you two very different, opposite groups of people, and I want to ask, what if they were sitting here instead of me sitting here right now? Let's go with the positive first, and we'll save the negative for next. So if those people in UK or America or Europe or wherever they are, maybe here in Africa, who have resources and they want to fight against, to support what's on your t-shirt here, I am a person, that these little babies in the womb of a woman, no matter the circumstance, deserve to be defended. If those people were sitting here who have those resources, what would you tell them about us, about our film, about what we've done? Why are we a good investment? How would you address them if they're sitting here and they're looking for that investment that they can make, that can most efficiently counter those people who are trying to promote this genocide of little babies? So imagine I'm those people who are interested in helping. Why should they help? Retaliation, or maybe what comes next after retaliation from this team?
I would suggest that humanity is needed here. We should try and be humans, because every single life matters. There is no life that is so special, and the life that is every life matters. So that is, I think, one of the key points, that to save these preborns, that's already a life. This is a life. We don't know who this a child is going to be tomorrow. Everyone matters, no matter where you're growing up from or whatever. But we try to save a life. That is number one. Try and save a life, so that we give these kids, children, the life that they deserve. And then there is also, that don't kill. In the Bible it's clear. Don't kill. That's already
not to murder. Not to do murder.
Yes. So that is some of the key points.
That's true.
Yes.
In terms of the efficiency, there's a lot of money around the world that pours from those people in the West who want to help a pro-life cause. And we call ourselves abolitionists, at least I do, because I want to abolish, in other words, make legalized abortion illegal. It shouldn't be. You should be jailed, just like if you tried to kill me And when I try to kill you, there's probably going to be a policeman after one of us.
Yes.
And the same should apply for a little baby. So the people who actually believe that often call themselves abolitionists. Now, if they're looking for where they can invest most efficiently, because some have millions or even thousands of dollars, talk about that a little bit. Oh my. Talk about how, if you have any thoughts on it, because I think we were pretty efficient. We didn't have exorbitant hotel rooms and meals and a big budget. In fact, we were what we would call a shoestring budget.
Yes,
there.
yes.
And yet we poured our hearts into it.
Yes.
And if you could talk about that a little bit and just kind of let people know that we're a good investment for them. That if they want to see, we've done this with a fraction of what they will spend on other things because we care. Something like that. If you feel me on that. That's what I'm trying to communicate to those people, and I'm asking you to give them a window into what we did on just a little bit. Yeah.
I think what I'm trying to say is that we have the willingness, we have the passion for this. We can, given a chance, offered a chance, like you've said, we had a really small budget and stuff.
We the team that made Retaliation.
Yes, the team. But with the willingness and the I'm looking for the right word. We were like super excited to pull this out.
The inspiration.
Yes,
yeah.
And the motive behind it because of the message we really had, and we managed with what we had. So we are saying, offer the chance, because if we had that tight budget, and this is what we managed to pull up, which is really big. So with support, with fun, with everything, and we were able to pull off like everything we wanted, the machines we wanted, maybe the houses we wanted to use, maybe the cast, because it was kind of a small cast, but and
honestly, a lot of this was the ingenuity and the gifts of Nampewa Esther.
Yes,
and her connections.
Yes, her connection. Our amazing writer right there.
Yeah.
She's great. We shout out to her.
Definitely.
And the DOP, Mr. Roy.
And Mr. Roy.
Yes, shout out to you guys.
Yes.
So it's just the funding, I think, right now, like in the industry, because it's not the funding is really not like so big, heavy, like the budgets are not so huge. So in the industry, I think that's the one thing that's affecting our movie industry, I guess, right?
Yeah.
So the funding is real, but once we have a fund that can be able to have, even 1,000 projects of a sort.
Yeah.
You understand, like, because the stories are so many. This is now just Retaliation, which is again trying to teach people about the caring for the preborns. Fighting for defending a preborn child.
Yes.
We being there because they are defenseless. They can't fight for themselves. It's us we're supposed to preach out the gospel, spread the gospel through such initiatives.
And we're ready to do it. You showed up.
Yes.
Did you get paid big dollars? Let's just be honest. Did you get paid big dollars?
No, not at all. But because of the passion that we have for something and the story alone, because once you're given a script and you're like, oh my goodness, this is such a huge story. Being part of this is like so great.
Yeah.
So you're like,
I know you're not complaining.
No.
But let's be honest. We did it on very, very little. So even if people come in with something,
that will be like a plus. We'll be like, okay,
that.
thank you.
Yeah,
this is
exactly.
Okay. Thanks for the icing on the cherry on top, but we can still, we can still give in our whole.
And aside from making, we could take this to a sequel or a series, something like that, or maybe short films also. But we haven't really even gone, have we, all the way in promoting the film we now have. And the new French version is just about to come out.
Yeah, I think we again need lots of interviews again. To have it like spread out. We have interviews for it. To have TV shows. We have that for them so that people can get to watch it as well, especially the French-speaking people. So we really need so much. This is just the beginning, and we are willing to do this. We are around.
We're already willing.
We are really around. We just need that push, that little push to okay, you're going here, you can, this is what can take you here. You're going, we are okay, we are around, we are ready to promote our movie, we are ready to reach out to to those that really need this message, because there's so many, believe me, every single day. If someone could have a chance to watch this movie, it could save I don't know how many lives, just this one piece, because you don't know how much it's going to touch someone's heart. Because I mean, the abortions are ongoing maybe every single, even maybe now as we speak, you understand. But if someone really got a chance, especially the young moms, those that are scared, those that are ignorant, those that don't know anything.
Are you aware? I didn't mean to interrupt you.
It's okay.
Yeah. Are you aware of any other film, either in African cinema or even any other film that portrays? I'm sure there's been films that portray. I know there've been films that portray abortions and other abortion scenes. But are you aware of any other film that you've seen that portrays an abortion in the way that we have done, in a way that first draws the person into the character, but then allows, whether you're a woman or even as a man watching that abortion scene, allows you almost to go through an abortion without going through an abortion? You see what I mean? Can you talk about that?
But,
have you seen anything comparable to that?
No, I haven't, because ours was so clear. You watch it and you're like, okay, this is it. But the rest usually it's just a talk of it. Oh my God, they will just mention maybe. Abortion is bad. Oh, she did this. Maybe this happened. Like,
it's
okay,
bad,
she
it's
died.
Wrong, she has a
yeah,
right.
she did this. She bled. She died. She did this. This happened. She died. Like, they won't give you the details. But this is like more detailed. Our movie is detailed. It will shows you. Even if you were going to do something, you'll get it. Will just, I mean, pat you on the back, be like, hey, wake up. You know, wake up. But most of the movies we do, it's kind of a brush off. Like, they don't really bring it out. They'll just, oh my God, she committed an abortion and she died. Maybe something happened.
They touch on it. They touch on it.
Yeah, just a hint. But they won't like give you how this was so like broad, like everything, the procedures, how everything happens, how it goes about. And this was like so clear and open. I don't think I've watched anything like this before.
I don't think I have either. So let me say, okay, we went with the positive group of people. Now visualize me like I was in the film, almost as an evil person who has access to funds.
The bad guy.
I'm Bill Gates. Okay, I'm Melinda Gates. I'm International Planned Parenthood Federation. I'm Mari Stopes, okay, the face of those people, the face of those NGOs that come with big funding, or IGOs, big funding from these organizations, and in the name of education and liberation, they bring those abortion pills, which cause sterilization and kill the little baby, or they bring the surgical abortionists, or they promote the legalization of abortion. Now, what would you, as a mother, and you can take it from any direction you want, like I said to Alan earlier, as a Christian, as a Roman Catholic, as a mother, as a Ugandan, as an African, you take it from any of those directions or all of them that you prefer. What would you say if I'm sitting here in front of you and I'm that person who's trying to convince your children, your sisters, your friends, to legalize abortion and to do it and to put those poisons in their bodies? What can you say to me? Well, once you have no doubt that that's who I am, and that's what I'm trying to do.
That's what you're trying to do.
Not as the character Amelia necessarily, but as Viola.
I don't know. I mean, that's like a taboo. I don't know whether that's like clear. A taboo, like it's so forbidden. I mean, it's all surrounding. It's a sin. That's number one.
It's a sin.
That's a sin. Yeah, it's a sin. And then, as a culture, it's forbidden. You understand?
Yes.
It's I mean, unheard of. No one would really. It's not even accepted in our society. You know, like.
But I'm coming in the name of liberation, freedom, and free choice to come to your sister, okay? God forbid, but to your sister or your child or the one that you care about, to bring that so-called liberation. What will you say to me? What will you say to me? Am I welcome?
No, definitely not. No one would advise anyone to go in for that because one, I
But
mean,
I'm here and I'm doing it. I'm advising. Now what can you say?
no, thank you. You're not welcome.
No, thank you. I'm not welcome.
You're not welcome at all. You're not welcome. That I don't know. That's so bad. I mean, it's so bad. It's really bad. This is so sad. People think this is funny, but it's not at all.
It's not a
People,
joke.
people are losing lives here. People
Yeah.
are having traumas. Like you're going to be traumatized for the rest
Yeah.
of your lives. You understand? People are going to have issues. It's very painful. It's very
Yeah.
sad. It's a torture for the rest of people. People's lives are going to be messed up for the rest of their lives. You understand? People are getting.
I do. Speaking of which, in Gaba a week ago, a man, as you know, it's made international news. By the way, the mayor was hearing about it in Cameroon. Walked in to the school across the street from the preschool, across the street from where my son here attends school, and was slaughtered for little babies. Yeah.
Younger than below 3 years, I think. Below, they're about.
I don't
one
know
and a-
exactly.
Yeah, it was
That's
about
what I've heard.
Yeah, 1.5 years to 3
wow.
or something like that.
Babies.
They're really young. They're
Babies.
so young, so
Yeah.
innocent. They couldn't even scream or fight
Yeah.
for their dear lives. You
Any
understand?
more than these, like the one on your shirt here.
Exactly. They made.
Can you bring a model, please? Please? Yeah. So, do you think, if, I've wished, I don't know how I've wished that I could have been within reach of that man, either before, preferably before, during, or at any moment there to stop it, you see? Now, do you think, let me just hand you one of our third trimester models we have here. He's got some powder, baby powder on him, and a late second trimester.
It's just like the one on my.
Yeah, the one on your t-shirt is 7 weeks
Oh yeah,
from
this is 7.
conception.
No, this is like a baby actually.
That's a baby, but only 7 weeks first trimester.
Yeah.
Here's almost ready to be born, late third trimester, and here's the end of the
Exactly.
second and maybe the beginning of the third trimester for this little
I'll
baby
have
model.
mine.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know. She doesn't have
I
enough
have twins.
hands.
I could have triplets though.
So
Maybe quadruplets.
you have there four
Oh, yes,
four
yes.
images of
Yes.
4 persons. So does a little preborn baby deserve to be defended like a born baby? Those little babies at Gaba, if we could have defended them, we should have defended them, right? If we could have reached.
If they could, if someone was right there to
Yeah.
save all those kids.
Whatever level of force was necessary for us to use,
to save their lives,
we should have used.
they should have used.
Up to
They
and
really tried.
including-
I think I'm told that someone tried, but of course the
He was
killer was
late.
right there.
Yeah.
He tried to threaten her as well to try to kill
Wow.
her, I think. But I
Wow.
think that's when they stopped. That's when they stopped
Wow.
and ran, because if it wasn't for any kind of interference, like it was still going on and on and on and on and on. So sad. May their souls rest in eternal peace.
Amen.
May their souls rest in eternal peace.
What I've noticed, and I won't keep. And by the way, you can at any now or later add anything else that's on your heart or in your mind that you
No,
feel.
we were still saying about the preborns, that the preborns deserve the same defense, just as the borns. I mean, let's save the future. We can save all these kids.
The preborn deserve
The
the
same
same
defense, just as the
born.
born. Exactly.
I've noticed that they're not very. These people who promote either sodomy or baby murder, like LGBTQ, these kind of things, they don't come in very loud into some of these strong Muslim areas, Muslim countries, because those people tend to, when they're sincere, pretty quickly go to threats and force when someone starts threatening, especially with sodomy, gayism, LGBTQ, of their children, or to bring those kind of perversions
Into
their land.
I think because they have strict, their laws are clear, right?
Now, Christians used to be that way. See, we're not Muslims, and Muslims are not Christians, but in terms of murdering people, or so-called gayism, sodomy, Christians, our great-grandfathers and my grandfather, their generations, they were more serious. If you remember them, you know, they're going now. And all the ones that I knew that were born at the end of the 19th century, they're gone. They're gone. But I remember them. And even Christians, not Muslims only. And they were serious. They would look you in the eye. Hey, buddy, don't bring that around here. They'll lay hands on you. Okay? Not because they don't love you or they don't believe in forgiveness, but we're not going to joke with these things that will destroy the lives of our children.
Yes.
What can you say about that? Are we being too weak?
They're being cowards right now. Yes.
Coward, let's say it.
Yes.
Are we being too passive?
Cowards right now, and I think I don't know why that fear is coming from, like, of shielding under, you know, it's wrong, yes, but then you kind of like shield under, I don't know, you don't want to talk about it so that you look okay, like you look good before everyone else, like you don't come out to like protect and guard and fight and bring on the shield and be like, no, this is what we are doing. I mean, this is not we can't do this. This is a sin. This is bad. We have to protect the future. You understand?
Yes.
So it's people. And I think I don't know. Is it money? Is there like money involved? Like the love for money that once you talk about it, then they're cutting you off certain aids. They're cutting you off all these like aids that are aiding you, funding you.
It's like a form of slavery, isn't it? To be addicted to that, when you will allow people to exploit, even to the point of killing your children or bringing perversion for the fear of losing access to.
Yes. Yeah. Because they're going to provide. They're providing for. Maybe providing. When someone comes to your house and they're setting all the rules. Yeah. You understand? They're giving you all the rules and you like going by them. I think that's why it's all coming from. Because you can't stand on your feet and talk and decide what's and I mean like differentiate.
So if you don't call it slavery, like a rose by any other name, or a dead cat. If a dead cat is here, but we change the name. And it's been dead for a few days. It's not going to smell like a rose.
No.
It's still going to smell like a dead cat. Yeah. So slavery too, by any other name, it's still slavery. Yeah. And seduction when people do that. Do you think that mostly it's that people are
the sugar coating?
Yeah.
Like sugar coating so that they don't make things look really bad as they look.
As bad as they really are.
Yeah, but when I think they really know, at the back of their minds they know this is wrong, but they just have to be like, I know, you know, it's free. I mean, it's someone has to say yes. I mean, it's someone's choice. It's your freedom. It's empowerment. You know, like comes with empowerment. Like I mean. It's your body. You decide.
Your body, your choice.
Your body, your choice, and
except
all.
We see these little bodies that we have here, and it's not your body, is it? It really is a separate person.
Yeah.
Now Jesus, I'll end with this. I think my father, a few months before he died, and he hadn't been diagnosed with anything, so he had no idea that. He died unexpectedly. Thank you so much. But I've got his Bible over there, and at his burial, some of the notes came out on a yellow paper. They're actually there in my backpack. I won't bother to take them out. But he was taking notes, and I remembered at his burial that he had called me after he took those notes because he was thinking and preparing for his class. He taught Bible in the university, and he was studying in Matthew, Mark, and Luke, those, at least Matthew and Mark, those passages where Jesus talked about a millstone being tied around the neck. When Jesus took the little babies, the way you're holding these little babies here, Jesus took little children in his arms. And in Catholic tradition, we say that it was St. Polycarp, by our tradition, that he said was the little boy that he put on his knee. If that's true or not, Polycarp grew up to become a martyr and a great leader of the church and an early martyr. But Jesus took a little child on his knee, and in that same passage, he warned people, you may recall, Jesus said, if anyone causes these little ones of mine to stumble, or puts a stumbling block in front of them, or offends one of these little ones, it would be better for that man that a millstone, the one we use to grind maize or posher to make flour, will be tied around his neck, and he would be thrown in the deepest sea. Now Jesus, the Prince of Peace, our forgiver, our merciful God, who died as a sacrifice for us.
Yes.
That's what we believe as Christians.
Yes.
He said that. Do you think the image that we are giving of Jesus is a little bit too passive? How do you think Jesus would feel about people trying to kill innocent children?
He would feel so bad because you already said it. He again said, let all the children come to me. There is Jesus himself was saying, that's why there is a special day. There is a special day for kids, in the church. Is it after Christmas or there is a special day? I'm sorry, I'm forgetting that. But where they just celebrate kids. You go to church, then they it's Kids Day, because they are special. They know, like he was like, let all the children come to me.
We have in Catholic and in Orthodox, we have the celebration of the Holy Innocents.
Yeah, because
the martyrs, the little children.
Without the children, there is no tomorrow.
Right.
The same children are tomorrow's future. You understand? They're the same people. If let's assume if we were not born, if we were not, would we be here? No, we wouldn't be here. So we just, for that generation to continue on and over, we need kids who will grow up again and will again be our kids, and then we move like the generations to come.
That's our future.
But yes, the kids. So
go ahead.
Yeah, so I was saying, like Jesus said, he was trying to actually fight for them. By him saying that, like whoever tries to he was already trying to put like a threatening, like don't touch
that
my
was
kids.
A threat.
Yes.
That's what my late father said to me, and my father had never said any such thing in my whole life. I'm in my 40s. He said, Jonathan, I read this and I realized that's a terrorist threat from Jesus.
Jesus,
Not because Jesus is a terrorist.
Trying to warn those.
The person who brings violence to a child is a terrorist.
Exactly.
You want terror?
Yes.
You want violence?
Yes. He's already
I'll
trying
show
to
you
warn
violence.
you that trying to touch my kids.
Touch my kids.
Yes, and you face see the consequences.
Face the consequences.
Exactly. Yeah.
Now, as a Ugandan, and go ahead with anything else you want. I'm basically done. But this occurs to me as a Ugandan. You have a unique national identity in that the Ugandan martyrs, who were 50-50, Anglican and Catholic, okay, they were forced, although they didn't do it, but they were pressured to do an abomination. And we know in the Bible that the Bible lists not all sins are abomination, but among the abominations that are listed in the scriptures, murdering babies, a man sleeping with a man as though he was a woman, called gayism or sodomy.
Yeah.
They were forced, someone with power, a king, was trying to force these Ugandan martyrs to do an abomination, and they refused. Isn't that very important to many Ugandans, millions of Ugandans? That history of those martyrs who refused to do that thing. It's all right. It's all right. If you're not super familiar with it, I'll skip that.
I'm not familiar with that one.
Yeah.
But of course, I mean, having a man to man is like, how will you have kids?
Yeah.
That means you're not going to reprocreate, right?
Right.
Yeah. So
it's impossible.
yeah.
But what it shares in common with abortion is that both of them is an attack on the reproduction
exactly,
of human
because
beings.
with that you can't have. You're trying to.
Yeah.
But again, it's funny how they want kids because they again go ahead and adopt.
They adopt other people's
exactly,
children.
Yes,
Yeah.
and they adopt. So I don't understand the whole thing. You don't want to have kids, but again, you want to have a family. They'll go ahead and adopt kids and do whatever it takes. So.
Yeah, and some of them get caught abusing those children terribly. But no, your Ugandan martyrs, these young men that you have the shrine to and an annual celebration here in Uganda, they refused. Sodomy was forced, as it were, on them. But they refused it, and they were burned alive. They were half Anglican and half Catholic.
Yeah.
Young men.
Yes.
Beautiful
the
young
Ugandan
men.
martyrs.
The Ugandan martyrs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And rather than do that thing, they were burned alive.
Because of faith, they had faith in Jesus. They knew what was wrong,
Right.
what was good and bad. So they had to die for their faith, for the faith that they had. They chose to follow Christ than to go against him, because that is a sin already by him. You see it. you should a man will always leave his parents and go and find a wife and have
Right.
a family and
Right.
start they have a family,
Right.
so and raise and have children.
Yeah.
So for them to denounce that, yeah, they were. That's why that matters now. That's why we get to celebrate them every 3rd of June.
The 3rd of June.
Namugongo, yes.
That's when it is.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So that's what encourages me about Uganda more almost than any other country I've been to is that people have that memory and that spirit of, you know what, you can't buy me
No, you can't
to
buy
do
it.
abominations.
No.
And I'm encouraged by that.
No.
Thank you, Viola. Any other thoughts that you have, or what else is on your mind?
On my mind.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. We have a great piece of art, Retaliation, which is we are fighting for this unborn,
Yes.
the preborns. Our theme is that the preborns deserve the same defense just as the borns. We are fighting for these kids. Let's be the noise, let's be the voice. Let's have whoever can come in and support us to make sure this movie spreads all over all the continents that we have, because everyone out there deserves to have a chance. We can have it in whichever language so that everyone can access it. We have it in, I think, 2 or 3 now. Yeah, but it's about 3 languages because it's part of Luganda, then English. Now we have the French version of it, and there are more to come, so that we can spread the
Oh, it's
gospel.
already got Luganda in it. Yeah,
Yes,
I know.
it's
I've
got
got
because
you.
yes. So that we can spread this gospel in a beautiful way, in an entertaining way. We call upon every single person who believes in us, our theme, our cause, that we abolish the abortion. Abortion is bad. Let's have a chance. Let's give these lives a chance. Let's
Yes.
give. Every mom deserves to carry a child. That's why Amelia was really dying. I mean, she could not. She was struggling so much to have a baby,
Yeah.
at least one single child. But
Yeah.
then here comes her
What
brother and
she-
sister,
Yes.
who had managed to conceive, have a child, but then this monster comes in and talks her into having an abortion, whereby we ended up having all these lives lost. We lost her, we lost the baby. That was so heartbreaking, especially to the mom that was trying so much to do whatever it took, taking herbs, taking traditional things, like praying so much to have at least a single child. So please, everyone deserves to be happy. Let all the mothers have their children. Let these preborns have a life, a chance to live tomorrow. You don't even know who this child's going to be tomorrow. Let's save our lives. We're here to produce. Jesus just told us to come and fill this earth with beautiful children.
With children.
Yes. So please, whoever can, in whichever way you can, we are right here. We are ready to do even more. We can even have other versions of the same topic, abortion, but in different versions. We are here to spread, can act again. We can have different scripts, but still trying to preach out to those people, to those.
Oh, we have endless
Yes.
scripts that we
And
yeah.
yes, so we call upon everyone to come and support us in whichever way that they can, and we are here. We are ready to deliver. We shall deliver to our very best.
Oh, yes.
Yes, and the retaliation team, both the actors and the producers and those behind
We're
the
ready to
cameras.
work together. We've proven we can do it.
We have proven and we are willing to do.
Yeah.
Just give us a chance.
Definitely.
Just give us a chance, and then boom.
You made me think of one other thing. Now I'm in my late 40s. I think you're in your late 20s, something like that. You don't have to tell me. But but when I was a little, around the world, UK, America was like something wonderful, like Chuck Norris. That now he's passed away.
Oh, yeah, man, he's so-
and Schwarzenegger, and everyone wanted to be us. The world has soured on America and on London, and people still emulate us and want to come there, but it's not like it was in the 80s and 90s, or even the early 2000s. Do you think that could be, Viola? Do you think that could be related to our Western countries promoting some of these abominations, the baby murder through abortion and the LGBTQ, the sodomy, these things? Do you think, in addition to all the wars, we won't get into that, we're not talking about that.
Yeah, I was
but
thinking of the wars now.
Well, you can talk about it. I'm anti-war too. But all these wars that we've waged over your lifetime, But aren't these also wars by other means? Maybe not with bullets, but with the instruments of abortion, or the poisons, chemical warfare, or the psychological warfare of the so-called sexual liberation that really ends in slavery. Isn't this part of what has poisoned the image of the Western world?
Yeah, but I mean, it's all just like you called it. It's also a war because it involves death. This is also killing.
People really die.
People really die at the end of the day. So, yeah, I think people, they would rather say, no, the other side is, the Western side, no, their traditions are different. Let's preserve our traditions here. I think let's stay back home because, to try and save a life here, because that rampant death and stuff. I don't think they're really called for someone to say, oh my God, I want to do
These things were not even our tradition. Now I'm speaking to you as a Westerner. These things were not our tradition a few decades ago. This is not how the West was won, okay, or built. These were not our traditions any more than they're yours now. Something happened. People went mad. Yeah. How do we stop that madness?
I don't know why they just want to have a really like small limited people, like they're trying to say people should not, because I understand they try to do some of these things when people are not even aware. They don't even try to tell them. They just, maybe let's say, I'm not sure, but they could come up with maybe a vaccine, or they could come up with tablets or something, and then they say put them out there on market, but all in the name of trying to freeze or to burn the embryo, affect the women, so that they don't have to be fertile at all. They don't have to have children.
And in the end, you sacrifice, something you want to do now. You take that and you sacrifice your future.
Your future, exactly. So I don't know why, but it's really bad that people are so selfish, and they care so much about themselves and the things that they want to do, and not considering the rest of the world. You understand?
Especially defenseless people.
Especially those that are defenseless, those that are ignorant, those that know nothing about anything. You just don't know.
We've filled your arms with babies, and we've covered your shirt with powder.
Yeah.
With baby powder.
In fact, did you see there was an incident on the news? A lady was, there is this lady who was saying she went to hospital, and then they accidentally removed her uterus. Just like that. Yes, it was just a recent on the news. So she's now, I think, trying to fight.
They gave her hysterectomy and removed her uterus.
They were saying they had to save her and stuff like that, that it was so swollen, so to save her, and they didn't get any permission from her husband or even from her. They said she was conscious, so they could not talk to her, and then the husband was outside the theater waiting for her. So they were like, the doctors chose to just decide for them. So you can imagine the pain that lady is going to go through, because first she even lost the child, because she had gone to give birth, but she lost the baby, and then they removed her embryo, her uterus, and so she's just there right now.
Wow.
So that is really bad, like having such imagine such a lady. Well, she started from, maybe she was a mom, she hoped to have children and stuff like that. So they're just trying to seek help and see how they can be helped, or to go and sue the hospital and all that. So
do you know the original? You've heard of the Hippocratic oath? The oath that doctors take. They used to take. They don't all take anymore, I've learned. But they used to take an oath, I will do no harm, as a doctor. So doctors, the medical profession was like a priesthood. And there was a Greek, and it begins 300 years, even more than 300 years before Jesus, with Hippocrates, and he had this oath. And he made his disciples. He said, there might be other physicians, there might be witch doctors out here, but if you're going to be one of my disciples, like Jesus, with his disciples, but he said, you must take this oath. You can't hire me to give someone poison, okay?
Yes.
And part of that oath that actually governed the medical profession, which is like a priesthood, like a lawyer or a priest or a doctor. These are sacred relationships where they can't tell your private things.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
All three of those have those that common thread, and part of that original oath that went for 2,000 years, more, was I will not give a woman a pessary to induce an abortion, and pessary just means like food or an injection, anything you put inside of a person
with an intention.
with an intention
Yeah.
to expel the child.
Yeah.
So that's even 300 years before Jesus. So when doctors start doing funny things like this and still calling themselves doctors, according to that old definition that went for thousands of years, they're no longer doctors.
They're just in
it's
the business
witchcraft.
now. Yeah, maybe.
It's now witchcraft. Because, not because I'm saying they know spirits or aside from all that,
But
because that circle of protection, I will do no harm, they've gone out of it. And outside of that, if you're not a doctor, you're what?
Yeah, which.
There's nothing left. That was the whole point of it from the beginning, was to say, look, maybe you can hire this witch to help you give birth to a baby. She's very skillful, but tomorrow you can hire her to get the abortion or to give you a poison. Here's $500,000, give me a poison so I can kill my husband and his child, or my wife and her child. And a doctor won't do that.
Yeah.
But a witch can do either or.
Yes. Yes.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
You're most welcome. Thank you too. Thank you for having me.